Welcome to the SmileLine Podcast. The purpose of this podcast is to give real information from doctors and patients about our SmileLine Prosthetic and the sequence of appointments. For more information, check out our website or give our office a call. Hope you enjoy today's episode. All right, guys, on today's episode, we have Mary Boyd, and we just delivered your upper and lower SmileLine, and she's agreed to come onto the podcast and kind of explain her experience and the process. And so welcome, Mary. Thanks.
Thank you.
Yeah. So Mary's case, you started with your lower natural teeth and your upper natural teeth and a lower partial, right?
Correct, yes. Mm-hmm.
So Mary's case is unique, as in she experienced a lower partial, a lower denture, an overdenture or snap-on, and then you went to the hybrid prosthetic, and then you went to the SmileLine prosthetic.
Yes, which I'm very happy with. Yes.
Yeah, that's awesome to hear. But you experienced them all, right?
I have.
Yeah, you're very knowledgeable and experienced in the dental treatments. So I'd like to start. How would you say the experience has been from you started in the lower partial? Can you talk to how that was from a functionality standpoint?
Sure. The lower partial was, of course, a little bit uncomfortable. I just wasn't happy with the way I was able to eat. That's why I found out about Dr. Sam. I saw some of his commercials on TV, and I thought, well, I'm going to give that a shot and see how it goes. And, of course, the first thing he recommended was the overdenture, which I'm very pleased to have tried that, but it still wasn't exactly what I needed to be comfortable with my smile and being able to eat the way I wanted to. So from there, he recommended the SmileLine, and I just, when he put my SmileLine dentures in, I cried. I was so happy that...
Yeah, that's awesome
wonderful.
To hear. Yeah, that's great. So you have upper and lower SmileLine right now.
Yes, I do.
To touch on the overdenture, you had your overdenture, I think, in 2022, maybe?
Correct.
Or 2021?
Yes, 2022.
You were one of the last overdentures that we did at Huntline.
Right.
And we have since stopped making them for patients. And that's really just due to a litany of reasons. Increased implant failure, still getting denture sores, more ongoing maintenance, changing out the rings. And at the end of the day, it really came down to patients were paying for implants, their overdenture implants, and they still weren't meeting your expectation or patients' expectations.
Yeah,
right?
that was one issue I had with the overdenture. Was it uncomfortable? Yeah.
Yeah, uncomfortable, not meeting patients' expectations. And so now we got you in a lower fixed and an upper fixed. How are you doing?
I couldn't be happier. I was very happy with the upper. And then Dr. Sam said, yeah, we're going to go ahead and get everything in sync. And I got that delivered today, and I'm very impressed.
Yeah.
Happy with it.
Awesome. Great to hear. One interesting aspect about your case, so, and we see this a lot in consults, is patients ask, well, can I just do one arch of teeth? Can I just do the upper, or can I just do the lower? And really that comes down to a lot financially. They're like, well,
it does.
I can't do it all right now. And we do a lot more now. We do a lot more setups where we do scans and actually show the patients their tooth setup. And it also helps with a diagnosis, because then we actually know whether the upper teeth and the lower teeth, if we can get them to match up.
Yeah.
Because, there are cases where, well, we're just going to do the lower. Well, we do the lower, and we do the lower to match the upper.
Right.
And
that's what I had, yeah.
That's what you had, and we had to make the lower kind of a little bit wonky, for a better term, to match the upper.
Correct.
And then when we go to do the upper, to make an ideal upper, we're like, oh,
yeah,
we don't want to match a wonky lower to make a wonky upper and a wonky lower. So we go ahead.
I had the perfect upper, and then, of course, something had to be done with the lower. So...
Yeah, so we went ahead and replaced the lower as well, and now we have an upper and a lower that match up perfectly.
Yes, perfectly.
Yeah, your smile does look
Very
great.
happy. Thank you.
Yeah. do you have any advice for patients that are thinking about having all their teeth extracted? Because it is a scary concept.
It is.
You can't come back from it. It's once they're gone, they're
No.
gone. Do you have any advice for patients?
My advice is I had some crowns and stuff, and it just was more and more coming back and getting things fixed a little bit at a time. And I think it's really more economical just to go ahead and get things taken care of. If you can't afford it, I would do the upper and lower all at one time, because you don't have to worry about the matching up, correcting things later, like you said, with
Yeah.
the upper and the lower being out of sync a little bit.
And one surgery instead of the
Yeah,
different surgeries.
correct.
Okay. And how has been your overall experience at Huntline?
It's been wonderful. I couldn't ask for any better care. I mean,
Those girls took it easy on you?
yeah, they did. they did take it easy. Heather was awesome today, and everyone's there's been very helpful to me.
That's good. They don't take it easy on me. No. But they're pretty nice to patients.
Yes, they are. Wonderful.
Anyway, well, Mary, thank you for coming on our podcast and trusting us with your
Absolutely.
treatment.
No problem. Thank
yeah.
you so much.
Awesome. Well, we look forward to following your case down the road.
Absolutely. And I would recommend Huntline to anyone. Yeah,
Thank you.
wonderful.